What is up, F4F community? I'm Dabid, the Community Manager of the First Four Figures Official Collectors Club, and I am here today with the F4F Mini Q&A number 2. It's been a little while since we did Mini Q&A number 1, but I'm going to make it up to you today because I have dozens and dozens of your most burning questions about the world of First Four Figures, and I'm going to answer them all for you here today in the next half hour or so. So just sit back, relax, get a drink, and enjoy hearing your most intimate questions about First Four Figures being answered. Alright, our first question today comes from Andrew John Messenger, who's actually got a pair of questions about Yu-Gi-Oh! Andrew John Messenger asks, when will we get a full reveal of Blue Eyes White Dragon? And how is Dark Magician getting on? Well, Blue Eyes White Dragon, we're going to be seeing it very soon. It'd be great to launch Blue Eyes White Dragon by the end of the year, but time is running out, so unclear if we'll quite get there by the end of this year, but if not by the end of 2020, then we are very, very likely to be seeing the full reveal and the launch for Blue Eyes White Dragon in the very start of 2021. Now, as far as Dark Magician goes, did you mean male Dark Magician or female Dark Magician? Regardless, we're working on both Dark Magicians. They're both coming along super awesome, and you are very likely to see a sneak peek of one or maybe both Dark Magicians soon after the launch for the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Question 2 comes from Dan Espenson. Kingdom Hearts, is that a thing you maybe look into? Well, we know that there are lots of interested Kingdom Hearts fans in the First Four Figures community, and we definitely are listening to you. We would love to pursue Kingdom Hearts. It's a little bit complicated license-wise because of the Disney Square Enix partnership, but it's definitely a thing that we know that there is an interest in, and we don't have anything to announce right now, but it's something that we are aware of. Question 3 from Oxnard Braddock. What license would Dabs want F4F to pick up the most? Well, coincidentally enough, it's Kingdom Hearts, followed closely by Persona 5. So those are my top 1-2 picks, Kingdom Hearts and Persona 5. Question 4 comes from Shane Gorsk, and it's a blast from the past sort of question. Shane asks, was regular edition Tanuki Mario originally going to have a shorter base than the exclusive edition? Now, what Shane is referring to is that on the back of the box for the original Tanuki Mario statue, you can see Tanuki Mario on sort of a short platform about yay high, whereas Tanuki Mario actually comes on a base that's about yay high. However, while he does appear on the short base on the back of the box, that was just photoshopped for the packaging. There was never any intent to actually have a short-based Tanuki Mario. That is just for the packaging, so that Mario would not look too small on the side of the packaging. But great question, Shane. Question number 5 comes from Martin Konyali. Any Yakuza updates? Well, Kiryu is deep in development. We saw some sneak peeks in the club over the last couple of months of the portrait being perfected, and we think that he's looking better and better. We are getting closer to the launch of Kiryu all the time, so something to look forward to next year, Yakuza fans. Question 6. Joshua Rush asks, does Dabs partake in dabs? Well, if you mean the act of dropping your head and doing that weird slanted gesture with your arms, which is like, I don't even know what it is, like a dance move, definitely not. If you're asking about anything else, also definitely not. Question 7 is from Nefi Pamin. I'd be interested to know if the teased Oki statue from Okami will come as resin rather than PVC. Well, we haven't announced what forms Oki is going to be taking just yet, but we're definitely aware that there's a big Okami fandom following both the resin and the PVC releases, so stay tuned. Question 8 from Jose Maria Robles. How are Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician coming along? And on a more personal note, is there any piece that you would like to see in the future from First Four Figures? Well, Blue Eyes White Dragon is just about done. It's with the marketing team right now, and we can't wait to see what everybody thinks of it. As far as the Dark Magicians go, the development is coming along rapidly, but they're not we're not going to be showing the Dark Magicians until after the Blue Eyes White Dragon has been launched, most likely. Blue Eyes White Dragon, though, it looks incredible. I think it breaks the True Form PVC mold. As far as the pieces I'd most like to see F4F make from any of the current lines, well, I've got my heart set on Blue Kirby someday. I don't know if that'll ever become a reality, but Blue Kirby is my number one. I would also love to see a Super Silver the Hedgehog to complete the trio of Super Hedgehogs from Sonic the Hedgehog, and a Blaze the Cat in the Sonic the Hedgehog Modern line. Plus all of My Hero Academia. So those are my number 1, 2, 3, and 100 top picks. Question number 9. I'm going to butcher this name several times because I see there's several questions from this person spread out during the Q&A, so please forgive me. I will try to learn this name and get it right next time, but this is by Gayeye Augier, who asks, good question about Rider Link and Sheikah Slate. Please, F4F, we need more than still in development. Well, the Sheikah Slate and Rider Link are both deep in development. They're coming along and looking great, but they are still in development. Question 10. Back to Jose Maria Robles. I know, right? We need some Zelda love already. Hopefully something is coming along with the 35th anniversary. Well, Breath of the Wild Link PVC is still coming this year and will be arriving, in just a few weeks from now. And we've got some great future items on the way as well. Question 11 comes to us from Elaine Kennedy, who asks, yay for Super Shadow. Don't have to ask anymore. Do we have a date for pre-orders? Nope. There's only 2 months left in 2020, so probably not until early 2021. I can tell you that Super Shadow is about to begin his paint journey, so the prototype is about to be painted and he is moving along towards the launch, but he is not ready to launch just yet, probably, sometime early in 2021. Question number 12. Are F4F planning on a Sonic 30th anniversary statue for next year? And if so, do they have something in mind, or are they open to polls/suggestions? Well, Alex mentioned in the First Four Figures Official Collectors Club on Facebook. If you're not a member, you should definitely check it out. Last month, that it was possible we'd celebrate the 30th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog with a new Sonic statue, but he would have to think about it. Do you have anything in mind that you would like to see? Question 13 from Alessio Bucci. I have $450 in reward points to use. What do you suggest? War, Mario and Yoshi, or Rider Link? Well, Alessio, I would say split it 3 ways. That way you can take $150 each and get all 3 statues. Question 14 comes from Budsy Arames, who maintains our TT polls database on his server, and it is a wonderful resource. So if you have not checked out Bud's resource that tracks all of the data for every TT that we have ever done, you should definitely check it out. But Bud asks, Bayonetta? Question exclamation point? Yeah, I'll ask the same question over and over. I'm not asking about guns. Well, I went right to the big man himself, Alex Davis, to ask what the status was on Bayonetta. And what Alex told me was to insert a GIF of Homer Simpson backing into the hedges right here. So that is your answer to your question about Bayonetta this week, Bud Arames. Question 15 from Kevin O'Neill. Any updates on the Kirby PVC that was announced about a month or so ago? Any updates, no matter how small, would be greatly appreciated. Well, Kirby is getting closer and closer to launch. He is coming along really well. I don't think he's going to make it before the end of the year, but I think it is entirely possible he's going to be among the earliest pre-orders that we see sometime at the start of 2021, and Kirby is looking amazing. Question 16, back to Alessio Bucci. It's been more than 1 year from Gamescom 2019 when I got a super sneaky preview of a statue that was painted at the physical stage. Why do you think it's not up for pre-order yet?
Oh, okay.
Well, if I had to guess, Alessio, I would say it's not up for pre-order yet because it's not ready. But seeing as how I was not at Gamescom last year and I don't know what statue you're talking about, I cannot give you a more exact answer than that. My apologies, Alessio. If you want to shoot me a PM, maybe we can talk about it then. Question 17, back to, sorry, I'm going to butcher your name again, Gaye Augier. Any updates about Xenoblade, which had a pretty successful TT poll? Also, can we expect a new Zelda Nintendo Resin pre-order soon? If I recall well, it's been at least 1.5 years since we got the last Nintendo Resin for pre-order. Sorry, we can only give information when we can, and we don't have anything to share about those right now. We do know that there is a huge and dedicated fan base out there pushing for Xenoblade, but we just don't have anything to announce right now. Question 18 from Allie Graham. Any idea what the next Dark Souls resin and life-size / grand scale busts will be? Well, the next Dark Souls resin statue is going to be Gravelord Nito, and he is still looking neato. We're not ready to announce anything else just yet for the Dark Souls bust line, but what would you guys like to see? Ornstein, a big Sif, something else entirely? Leave some comments, talk to us in the First Four Figures of Collectors Club, and let us know what you would like to see in the Dark Souls bust sign. Question 19 from Kenneth Christopher Castillo. I have a question. Can we have Monster Hunter statues? Question. It would be great to have Rathalos and Raytheon statues or Teostra and Lunastra statues. Actually, Monster Hunter is tremendously popular, and also there's a new Monster Hunter for Nintendo Switch coming next year. Well, we actually did an official Monster Hunter poll in 2019 for True Form Monster Hunter PVCs, and it really didn't do so well. Rathalos was the only thing that hit 500 votes, and everything else did substantially worse. So we would really need to see a lot more support if we were going to go after the Monster Hunter license, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means that you need to rally the fans, go to Monster Hunter groups, let people know about the poll, let people make some noise for us in the Collectors Club so that we know that our fans have an interest in having some new Monster Hunter statues. Question 20 comes from Sharon Vander Vijver. I wonder if there will be more figures coming out from Nintendo. I would love to see a PVC of one of these three, Mipha, Makar, and Princess Rosalina. Well, we love Nintendo. We've been making Nintendo statues since 2006, and we're not going to be stopping anytime soon. There's always more Nintendo characters on the way. As for those three specifically, nothing to announce right now, although I think it'd be pretty interesting to see how Makar and Princess Rosalina would do if they had, First Four Fun Day posts on First Four Fun Day every Saturday from noon Eastern Standard Time until Sunday noon Eastern Standard Time. It'd be great to see how they did in a post or a poll, if there's any hype behind those characters. As far as Mipha goes, we have seen her past success, and it has been noted. Question 21. Angel Dennis asks, any updates about Zelda Breath of the Wild? No champions or casts in the last months of this year? Thank you. Well, Breath of the Wild PVC exclusive is going to be the last Zelda pre-order of 2020, so no champions and no casts in 2020. Troy Blair brings us question 22. What Legend of Zelda statue is next in the line besides Link PVC exclusive? We're honestly not sure what is going to be ready first after the Link PVC exclusive. If we had that answer, I probably couldn't give it to you now anyway, but I do not have that answer for you. I am sorry, Troy. Question 23 comes from Emily Turton. Will Ivy be up for pre-order soon? Asked last year, and there were hopes back then that she would be revealed to everyone. Is there anything else in the works for the Soul Calibur line other than Ivy and Mitsurugi? Well, Ivy is moving along in development right now, but she's not quite close enough to the end of her journey for us to see her just yet, and she's not going to be ready to launch before the end of 2020. But she is moving along in development. She is also awaiting her own painting journey, and I expect that we're going to be seeing her in 2021. As far as Soul Calibur goes, nothing to report right now besides Ivy. Question 24. Adam James Meredith asks, what does Adam James Meredith ask? Because this has scrolled without my consent. Adam James Meredith asks, so with the official character poll now, is F4F really considering a Horizon Zero Dawn line? Smiley face. Well, we'll for sure consider anything that the club and our fans are enthusiastic about. but we would like to see more engagement on the Horizon Zero Dawn character poll. You guys pushed really hard for it, and we did make the character poll after the first mini Q&A. However, nothing besides Aloy has even close to 300 votes yet, and Aloy herself doesn't have nearly as much support as she had in her official TT poll. So if you want us to go after Horizon Zero Dawn, it's definitely something we can look into, but we really need you guys to rally the fans, show that there is demand for things beyond just Aloy herself. Question 25. Josh Coleman says, Dabs, I get super bummed out by TTs and polls, sometimes because they are mostly unfavorable. Does F4F look past these and try and get popular licensing not in the group's radar? I'd like to keep posting for some nice One Piece resins, but it's hard to get things pushed through the group posting only once a week on Rally Day. Well, that's a great question, Josh. And one of the primary reasons that My Hero Academia, Inuyasha, and Xenoblade have all had super successful TT polls is that members really champion those franchises. They went outside of the group and they brought in new members to vote in the polls. They were going to Reddit, they were going to other Facebook groups, they were going to forums, they were talking to other fans, they were letting them know about the polls so that they would come into our group and they would vote in those TT polls and really raise them up. Because of that, those were all wildly successful. So while you can only rally in the club on fun days, you can bring people into the club to vote any day, and you can also bump the official TT polls on any day. Let's see here. Question number 26, Lily Corba asks, how are the chances of a Bowser or Yoshi PVC or Luigi? Well, those are all wonderful Nintendo characters that we would love to see in PVC form, but there's nothing to report right now on any of those. 27. Alessio Lucci once more. I got any news for the F4F yearly art book with concepts / alternative poses / sketches, etc. for all the statues released every year? I'd be up for buying these kinds of books. Maybe it could be 2 to 3 years per book to cover the early years of the company, and then year by year from about 2014 onward. Sure, if you guys want that kind of a book, I will make a poll for you after this mini Q&A has been posted. We can gauge interest in the club. We can see if that is something that a lot of fans would be interested in. If you guys want books, there is tons and tons of resources, pictures, all sorts of things that we could put in those books, but we would have to see that there's actual interest and demand from the club. So I will make that poll up and we'll find out. Question 28 from Ethan Whitstock. Be interested to see how far Alphonse is without pictures of the development. Well, by now you've seen the production photos of Alphonse in the club, so you know he's in the home stretch and he is just about ready to begin his journey worldwide. He should be arriving probably in the next, 1 or 2 months worldwide, and I can't wait to see what everybody thinks of our first Full Metal Alchemist statue once it's arrived. Question 29. Patricia M. Are there any plans for more Dark Souls busts, or for Smo, since Ornstein is lonely? Well, like I said earlier, we don't have anything announced for Dark Souls busts just yet, but we'd love to hear what you guys want. As far as Smo goes, nothing to report on that front. Question 30 from Chris Harrison. Can F4F look into designing the light function on statues to stay in a chosen setting when the power is taken off and then placed back on the statue, for use with a timer to turn on or off lights, or make them smart and be able to set times to turn on or off from a phone? I mean, we can look into that, Chris, but that sounds super complicated beyond anything that we've done before with our electronics. I don't think that is very likely to happen, but sure, we can definitely look into that for you. All right, question number 31 also comes from Chris Harrison, who asks, what's the next Nintendo statue? We need a princess. Well, the next Nintendo statue to arrive is most likely going to be the Breath of the Wild Link PVC exclusive. As far as needing a princess, we just got not 1, but 2 princesses arriving this year, as the Princess Zelda PVC arrived, and also Twilight Princess herself, True Form Midna. So that's 2 princesses already this year. Question 32. Mark Sinka, do you think we could see figures from maybe JoJo or the Tales of series? Well, we've actually done TT polls for all of those, and they all have less than 500 yes votes right now on their TT polls. We really need to see a lot more support, especially to go after a brand new license if we're going to if we're going to make statues for something. So even if every last one of those less than 500 people bought a statue, that'd still be less than 500 statues sold, and it's very unlikely that everybody who voted yes is actually going to buy a statue. So yes, we would definitely be interested in anything the community is interested in, but we do need to see some more support, so rally the fans, let people in those fandoms know about First Four Figures, bring them into the club, have them vote in the polls, and then we can definitely take a look at JoJo, the Tales of series, or anything else that you guys want. Question 33, James Bennington says, any word you can give us on Darkstalkers? Well, Morrigan is actually deep in her paint journey right now, being painted up. So Morrigan is coming along fast. Again, I don't think she's likely to make it before the end of 2020. There's just not quite enough time left. But early 2021, I think we'll be seeing Morrigan. As far as anything else goes from Darkstalkers, let's see how Morrigan does. If Morrigan is a huge hit, if you guys want to see more characters, then we would love to hear about them during Morrigan's launch week during Darkstalkers hype. So just a little bit longer, hang in there, Darkstalkers fans. Question 34. Felinity Linda Chase asks, could you guys possibly somehow make life-size statues of modern Sonic and the Gang? They're only 3 foot 3 inches tall officially. Maybe with Chaos Emeralds surrounding them, a diorama of the 3 hedgehogs in both normal and super forms. Oh, and also, just out of curiosity, do you do fan design characters as statues? I pay to have my Sonic OCs as statues. Well, we don't do fan design statues, but it would definitely be cool to do some life-size statues someday. At over 3 feet tall, life-size Sonic characters would still be extremely expensive, but it is something that Alex said that he would love to do a proof of concept for, although he'd prefer to do classic Sonic rather than modern, because classic Sonic is even shorter. Question 35 from Katja Soundso. How is development on Ed and 9 going? Any chance to pre-order them soon? Well, Ed and 9 have a super cool design that fans like me are going to love, but they're still a while off from being put up for pre-order. We did show a test print of a piece of Ein on social media and in our collectors club just a little bit ago, so you can see that Ein is coming along, but it's going to be a little bit longer. They're currently just having test prints done. They won't be up just yet, just because Faye has just so recently launched for pre-orders, but look for more on Ed and 9 next year. Question 36 from Andrea Milkdud Herrera. Will Crash Team Racing PVC be up for pre-order this year? How about Mumbo? When can we expect them? Again, not much time left in 2020. Don't expect either in 2020, but they're both likely for 2021, so hang in there. Question 37 from Jamie Fiala. When can we expect Kiryu from Yakuza? Any chance of a modern Eggman? And any chance of a Crazy Taxi figure? So, 1, Kiryu from Yakuza, 2021. 2, any chance of a modern Eggman? Well, I think it might be more fun to see a Robotnik in a diorama rather than a whole other standalone statue. What do you guys think? What would you want to see in a diorama? Would you want to see a modern Eggman? Would you want to see another classic Dr. Robotnik? Let us know what you would like to see. And number 3, any chance of a Crazy Taxi figure? Well, we could definitely do a TT poll for that if there was any interest. Do you guys want to see a Crazy Taxi TT? Start a First Four Fun Day post. Let us know. Go into the F4 Nominate thread in the First Four Figures Official Collectors Club, and we can definitely see if there's interest for a Crazy Taxi statue. Question 38. Daniel Lopez asks, would you consider making a Cuphead figure line? Well, I love Cuphead, even though it was too difficult and I have never quite finished that game. But even so, Cuphead TT, it only hit about 400 yes votes, which is just not enough to go after the license. We would need to see some more support for it, so rally the fans, make those posts on Fun Day, bring in more fans to vote in the poll, and we can look into Cuphead. Question 39, Adam Foley. A while ago, it was said that the definitive edition of Kiryu would no longer have the light-up gate due to technical complications. Is this still the case? Will the DE edition still won't have the gate? Well, that is completely true, Adam. The definitive edition for Kiryu is not going to be the gate. However, the DE is something really cool, and we can't wait for the reveal. Question 40, back to Alechio Bucci one more time. What about Crash Team Racing statues? Are they still in the works? They were teased when the game launched last year. Well, Crash Team Racing is definitely still happening, and it is looking rad, so look forward to that, LHEO. Question 41 from Kirk McVitie's Redpath. What's your thoughts on a Dark Samus statue? My thoughts? Well, I think that would be pretty cool. I would love to have a Dark Samus statue to display alongside my Light Suit and various Suit Samus statues. So that's what my thoughts are on Dark Samus. 42. Chris Harrison is waiting on the shoutouts. Okay, well, then I will insert the shoutouts right here. Shoutouts! Okay, I put a comment in the questions thread in the First Four Figures Official Collectors Club saying that I would give a shout out to the first 10 members to respond to my request. And here they go. Number 1, Nefi Pamin. Number 2, Gaye Augier. Number 3, Brendan Rostello. Number 4, Alicia Bucci. Number 5, Adam James Meredith. Number 6, Jake Meyer. Number 7, Alex Davis does not count. Number 7, Patricia MGS. Number 8, Courtney Jenkins. Number 9, Andrew John Messenger. Number 10, Chris Harrison. And since Alex somehow got in there, I'll do one more for good measure. Number 11, Nick Breckins. So thank you for responding quickly to the comment. And if you want to have your own shout out next time, just be watching the questions thread so that you can jump in and respond pretty fast. All right, 43, back to having his name butchered one more time. Gaye Augier. Any chance of having an Ulala or Monkey Ball statue in the Sega All-Stars line? Well, Super Monkey Ball is near and dear to my heart. It'd be awesome to see a Super Monkey Ball statue someday. However, as far as Ulala and Super Monkey Ball go, those have less than 200 and 100 votes in their respective TT polls, which is just not enough support to look at those licenses. Again, I'd love to see them both or anything else you guys are interested in. We've got to get the votes up in those polls. So go to other groups, forums, talk to your friends, tell your relatives, whatever, but get the votes up in those TT polls and we can definitely take a look at any characters that you guys are interested in. 44. Jez Duprito Castro. So how often are those Temptation Thursday polls successful when it comes to making them into figures? Klonoa was on them back in August, and I'm so dependent on it because F4F is the only company I'm aware of that even considered Klonoa for merchandise. Well, TT polls are the reason that we're getting statues for Darksiders, Bayonetta, Darkstalkers, My Hero Academia, and other licenses that we sought out because of the TT polls and their popularity. Now, as far as Klonoa goes, I was really surprised and impressed with the early hot start for the Klonoa TT poll, but it really kind of dropped off after that, and it still only has around 300 people that are interested in statues. We really need to see more support than that if we're going to go after the license. F4F does killer cartoony characters like Klonoa, so I know that we could make an amazing statue of Klonoa, but we need to see a little bit more support. So if you guys still want Klonoa, please tell your friends, reach out to the Klonoa community, bring more people into the club to vote, because we would love to make that a reality. Let's see here. 45. Matthew Kinney also has a TT question. Can we please have an update on Hollow Knight? We already have over 1,000 yes votes. Hey, congratulations guys. Getting over 1,000 votes is quite an achievement, especially for an indie game like Hollow Knight. As far as if there's any progress, we did try reaching out to Team Cherry, but we never heard anything back from them. Now, we would love to hear from them, but we haven't, so like if we can all send them peanuts so that they would get back to us, that'd be super. Why peanuts? Check out the TV show Jericho when it was canceled and what the fans did for that. If it worked for Jericho, maybe it can work for Hollow Knight. Question number 46. Wei Fan Huang asks, any chance for a Ninja Gaiden statue? Well, the TT only has 102 yes votes, so we would definitely have to see a lot more support for that. I'm a little surprised the TT for Ninja Gaiden did so poorly, just because that used to be a pretty big name. So rally the fans. Maybe things are different. Maybe we can get a lot more support for that now than we did before. As far as Ninja Gaiden goes, though, there was actually a prototype made for that about, I don't know, 12 plus years ago. I wonder if we can make something else with our improved skills that looks a little bit better. Question 47. Chelsea Harris asks, is there any ETA on when Crystal Dragon will be ready for shipping? Noticed it has been in the painting stage for quite a while now. Well, the wings were still having some problems on the Crystal Dragon, so we had to go back to square one and totally redo the wings, but they are being worked on right now. Everything else is ready to go, so once the wings are done, we think that we will be able to quickly get the Crystal Dragon out to fans. We appreciate your patience, and we want to make sure that those are absolutely perfect for you when they do arrive. Question 48 from Josh Mizrahi. I know I've asked before in various other threads, but any ETA on when we'll see a full reveal of Dark Souls Grave Lord Nito and when he'll be going up for pre-order? I'm so very ready to order him. The "so very ready" was in caps. Grave Lord Nito should be ready for a full reveal and a pre-order next year, hopefully, but we're probably going to see a fresh sneak peek of him first, so look forward to that. Question 49, Derek Baker says, points. Coming up in the Feeding Frenzy right after the mini Q&A, just for you, Derek Baker. Question 50, Jessica Perry says, any news on the Ica statue that got confirmed? Asking about Ica from Skies of Arcadia, of course. Ica is at the physical stage right now and moving along nicely, likely coming around in 2021, and she is going to be painted ASAP. So, Skies of Arcadia fans, something to look forward to in 2021. Question 51 from Justin Bauer. I'm sure Ridley was a success. Who will be the next in line for the Metroid villain series? Dare I say, Dark Samus. But at the same time, I'd love to see Kraid as well. Patience is so hard. Haha. Well, it'd be interesting to see if there's much demand for a Kraid statue. We know that fans want Dark Samus, but I think it would be fun to do a Kraid statue on First Floor Fun Day, just to see if there's any support for that. So, give it a try. Question 52. Kyra Stillman, are there plans to continue the Ace Attorney line? Nothing to announce at this time. If the line did continue, who would you want to see? Edgeworth? Let us know. Question 53 from Ashley Schwab. How's those mini metal crystal dragons from Spyro coming along? I want 2 blue ones, lol. Well, those are absolutely coming along, including the blue one, and maybe sooner than you think. Question 54 from Philip Desforges. Have F4F been actively looking to get the Xenoblade license? As I said earlier, we know that there are dedicated Xenoblade fans. We appreciate the outpouring of support for Xenoblade, but there's nothing that we can say about that right now. Question 55 from Niels Ratz. Would F4F ever consider making their own, not specific to existing franchise, line of figures, like monsters or robots, or just let your sculptors go wild and see what they come up with? Well, that's definitely something that Alex would love to do someday if the right idea or inspiration came along. Nothing to announce right now, though. Question 56 from Sean Paulin. Are you guys considering anything Demon Souls related since the remake reveal? Well, we always consider anything that the fans are demanding. It would be great to see some First Floor Fun Day posts if you guys really want to see Demon Souls. There's also a Demon Souls TT poll that went up recently, and if there's a lot of interest, yeah, that's definitely something that we could pursue. As far as that goes, what Demon Souls characters would you guys want to see? Let us know. And finally, we've got question 57 from Jason Tompkins. Any updates on the Metal Gear Solid line, or updates for the bust that's coming? Well, the Solid Snake bust is still moving through development, and it's likely to launch in early 2021. We've shown a few, minor teasers of that, but you'll probably be seeing a sneak peek of some sort before that's ready to launch. As far as the statue line goes, that's not the busts. The quarter scale Gray Fox statue is going to be coming later on after the bust of Solid Snake. And that is it for all 57 Q&A questions this week. Okay, it's been a busy episode of the Q&A. We have answered nearly 6 questions today, but we still have one more thing. As promised, we have a brand new world premiere sneak peek to show all of you in 3, 2, 1. Boom! That's right, F4F community. Today we are officially announcing not 1, but 2 new characters coming to our Okami lineup in the Chibitarasu versus Dark Chibitarasu diorama statue from Okami Den. Chibitarasu versus Dark Chibitarasu is already at the painted physical prototype stage, as you can see in the sneak peek, so there will not be that long to wait for Chibitarasu and Dark Chibitarasu to be joining the first 4 figures Okami lineup. You can definitely check out our blog and sign up for more updates if you want to receive emails as we approach the launch for our latest Okami statue. And that is all for this week. Thank you for joining me here for mini Q&A number 2. F4F is love, F4F is life, and we will see you on the next one. Peace and laters.